Hi everybody, I'm Kim. You know what I realized? I was editing the first video that I shot, and in it I said something like, oh, everybody can tell I'm a gamer girl because my hair is pink, ha ha ha. And I was editing it and I realized they can probably tell I'm a gamer girl by the huge video game posters behind me. Not that I call myself a gamer girl, I actually hate saying that, but... So today, assuming that my camera doesn't die any second, we're going to be looking at some Christian memes. I actually found these while I was on the bus this morning, and I found this Facebook page called Christian Funny Pictures. Because that's my... Memes are too controversial, kids. I'm a Christian mom against stabbing, and I'm also against memes. But I am all for funny pictures. So I thought I would just share some of the funniest ones that I found because they're so good. I have like a kind of unique taste for like sort of B grade humor, like really cheesy humor. I love it. So some of these are like, some of them are actually funny and they're meant to be like kind of corny. Some of them are just actually corny and it's like, it's pretty top notch. So let's go to the first one that I saved here. If my phone will load. That sad little cloud. Oh no. Okay. Christian guys be like, I like my women like I like my Microsoft Word documents. Saved. It's so cheap. Like, how can you say that? This was something I forgot to mention about these. The memes themselves are pretty good, but the comments are amazing. Because it's like people who are Christian who manage to like... Because if you find that legitimately, like, sincerely funny, that's kind of funny. But then there's people who don't find them funny and find them, like, so offensive because, like, it's very not Christian, right? So somebody here says, if you're a Christian, shouldn't that read woman? I don't have a particular problem with that one because really that just means they want to date a Christian, right? Some of these are kind of like actually bad. Here's the next one. Use the last 3 digits of your phone number to see what you need to be happy. Okay. Shoot. I need Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Damn it. Let's try my mom's phone number. Maybe that one will work. Shoot. I also need Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. What the heck? Alright, converting. This did it for me. Clearly I need Jesus to be happy. I like this one because it implies like screwing over children. Kids eat first. You're a child of God, so go. I love the concept of just somebody like decking a kid. This next one people got actually pretty offended about. It says, Dear Lord, as your humble servant, let me prove to you that winning the lottery won't change me. Amen. And the top comment that shows up here is this guy, and he says, this is not funny. In fact, it's totally wrong and unchristian. You cannot serve both God and money. If anyone loves the world, in this case, money, the lottery, the love of the Father is not in him. A true Christian would never pay this prayer. I really like this one just because it seems like, you know, a little funny that some Christians would probably share with each other and be like, har, har, har. What this guy says that I think is kind of interesting is he is going off of something I've heard other Christians say too, which is kind of this idea, like it literally says, if anyone loves the world, the love of the Father is not in him, right? It's this implication that well, there it's just kind of weird. It's sort of saying you shouldn't love the world. But there's also this implication that somehow you have to worship something, right? Like you have to love something that much, I guess. And, you know, if that's not God, then it's the wrong thing, is sort of, I think, what a lot of religious people think, right? It's funny, this is a little bit of a tangent, excuse me, but it kind of reminds me of when people are talking about, like, gay marriage, and they go, but what will the child raised by lesbians do without a father figure, right? This idea that if you don't have a like made up tyrant in charge of your life, that there's just going to be a huge void that isn't filled by anything, and that's just not the case, right? It's something I want to make a video about in the future too, because I think it's, you know, a good point to talk about. It's this idea Christians have that, like, if you're not putting God first, then you're probably putting money first, and money's bad, and atheists just sit around going, oh yes, money. I'm putting words in that guy's mouth. I'm not saying that's what he was saying, but it is a point that I have heard before, and, you know, I don't think it's true. I don't think that you need to worship something, and I certainly don't think that you need to worship something that is make-believe. Okay, here's a pretty good one. This is a very, like, emo kid post. Do not be fooled with 5,000 friends on Facebook. Jesus only had 12 and was still betrayed. This is a very, like, mom joke. I see a lot of sort of memes for, like, older people that always act like they really like to make fun of the fact that your friends on Facebook are called friends. Like, you know, they always like to go, oh, but all those people aren't your friend. It's like, yeah, I know, that's a Facebook friend. It's a different thing. I just love memes that do that, whether Jesus themed or not. The Jesus theme on this one is just a little extra, like, mwah, Jesus. That's pretty good, though. I don't know who this is for. I sure as hell don't have 5,000 Facebook friends, but, yeah. Holy cow, I was just reading the first comment that came up on this one. I'll screenshot this. This is a long one. Hold on. That's a horrifying thought. That statement makes me not trust anyone but Jesus. That makes me shake to the core, ouch, and not very encouraging statement for newborns in Christ either. Double ouch, crying emoji. Would this statement be our witness? By the way, sir or ma'am, would you accept Christ in your life? You will be the least of the 12 that really surrendered. Sometimes it's better that we keep our... I don't know what that emoji is because my phone doesn't do it. I'm going to assume it's an eggplant emoji. No, I don't want to remain more optimistic than that, no matter how narrow the path may get. Happy face. Even though this statement may be somewhat truth, what a better place to get this message across than behind a computer and on social networking such as Facebook. This is certainly not the message that one should hear from the pulpit of Jesus Christ when reaching out for lost to surrender souls to Christ. What the fuck? Oh my gosh. Alright. Moral of the story, kids. Like this person was saying, Jesus is the only one that you can trust. Don't know why you would even think that you could trust anyone else other than Jesus. This one that I saved, saved, it's like that first meme. You can like save stuff on Facebook, get it? It's like being saved by Jesus. I like this one because it says, when the Lord calls you home in the middle of the third quarter. It's just a dude jumping. That's the joke. Okay, I have two more. So this, I think this is the second last one I shared. These are some atheist snowmen. I'm a Canadian, so I'm super down with the snowmen. Like, I understand how to communicate with them because they're made of snow. And I can tell, as a Canadian, that these are atheist snowmen. So anyway, this one snowman saying to the other snowman, don't be absurd. Oh, I guess that means that there's just one atheist snowman. There's one atheist snowman here. And he says, don't be absurd. Nobody made us. We evolved by chance from snowflakes. That is quite the analogy. Okay, so what I find funny about these kinds of memes, because I've seen a few of them, is people don't take into consideration that the reason that we you've probably heard the thing that, like, if you're in a field and you see a watch, you wouldn't assume that it had grown out of the ground. Or there's a few different ones, like if you see a cabin, you would assume someone built it or whatever, right? The reason that we would assume that a human built human contraption that we've seen many times in our lives. I've seen many cabins. Well, I haven't seen that many cabins, actually. I've seen a lot of watches, though. If you've seen a lot of watches, the reason we know that those would be made is, first of all, because we've seen them all the time already. You could go watch a video of them being made. I guess you could go watch a video of people being made, too, if you want. That's a different website, though. But you know what I mean? We have experience with them. And, you know, you could even make a watch yourself if you studied that practice. You could go make a cabin. And the other point I want to make is because we know that things are made because we have the distinction in our minds between what is natural and what is human-made, right? Ironically, we have evolved to have that trait as well, right? It makes sense. If what this snowman, the other snowman, was implying was true, that we were somehow, everything was created the same way that a snowman is created, well, then we wouldn't really know how to distinguish between what's created and what's not. But we do have that understanding because we know that some things do just happen naturally and some things a human has to make. I can't believe I have to explain that sometimes, but yes, sometimes humans make things, sometimes nature makes things. Oh, Barney's texting me. Shut up, Barney, I'm making a video. And this last one is, would you slap your pastor for a very specific amount of $3,500,000? I can tell you one thing. I would do it for a whole lot less than that. I'm just kidding. I don't assault people for free. Or at all. I'm actually just kidding. Thank you everybody for watching this video. It was kind of a silly one, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Yeah. I was going to be like, remember to subscribe and like the video, but it's okay if you don't. You don't have to. I don't even know if anyone is going to watch this because I haven't uploaded it yet. But thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video, and I will see you then.